Merry Meet and welcome to the daily reading for all signs for today, the 17th of October, 2024. This is Ariel Gatoga, and today we are reading with this Joie de Vivre Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. And I forgot to put it out so you can see. Let's purify today with this Aqua Colonia by 4711. 3 sprays in this large room is more than sufficient. You can find links to purchase these products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. Let's see what's in the cards for everybody today. Starting off with the 2 of Swords, followed by the 8 of Swords, and then the 5 of Wands. Okay, it's a little conflicty, but it looks like mostly inner conflict today. There's the 2 of Swords is a need for focus because the mind seems to be not so focused. The 2s tend to be a lot of impatience, and the 2 of Swords is actually a little, of all of the 2s, I think a little bit more positive, because you tend to be noticing in the 2 of Swords that you're impatient and that maybe you're unfocused. And so this is a call for focus. Usually meditational practice is all that is required. And it doesn't have to be a long, drawn out meditation, just a few moments, and trying to get something regular done. Now, the 2 of Swords, when it comes up, I tend to recommend, if you don't know how to do it or you don't know how to meditate, that you watch my little video called The Magic Minute. And it's a very brief video, and you can learn how to do it very quickly. And you can learn how to do a daily meditation for as little as 60 seconds a day. So it's a good idea, especially right now. Part of the reason why there's another technique I'll talk to you about too that combats this 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is that, like I said, inner conflict, and it tends to manifest as thoughts that you can't stop thinking about. You can't shut your mind off. You can't stop thinking about the same thing over and over again. You have the same several thoughts, and usually they're not the most positive thoughts. And you regurgitate them thousands of times a day, and it's just really not a nice place to be. It's not constructive at all. So when you notice yourself doing that, first and foremost, recognize that that's called being a human being, and we all go through that. So you don't want to get down on yourself. But when you notice it, you can shut it down. And so I have another little technique. It's a very brief video as well called the off switch. And you may want to take a look, but just go to YouTube and you can search Gatoga off switch for that video and Gatoga Magic Minute for that video. And both of those tools are the Magic Minute's a good tool just to start to incorporate daily if you don't already have a meditational practice, because it doesn't require a lot of time. And the 8 of Swords is a good thing just to know how to, the 8 of Swords. The off switch is a good thing to know how to do anyway, because this comes up all the time when you're a human being. Okay, now finally, this 5 of Wands is talking about sometimes you just got to blow your top. And if you have to blow your top today, try to do it by yourself where there aren't people around. And it's actually a positive thing, because it's going to pull you out of all of this and move the stuck energy and into something better. So if you notice that you're being irritable, if you notice that you need a little temper tantrum, that's fine. Now, sometimes it's not a temper tantrum that you need. What you need to do is get your body moving. So do a workout, take a walk, take a run, pound some pillows, scream into a pillow, whatever you need to do. If you notice that you're being frustrated, if you notice that you're being upset, irritable, it's actually a good thing right now, because it's this stuck energy just trying to leave. So don't necessarily, judge yourself. Well, don't judge yourself for what you're feeling at all, but also don't try to stuff it. Let it come out, but do it in a way that's responsible. Okay, 6 of Cups, High Priestess, and 6 of Wands. See, and on the other side of that, when you do the run or you do the workout or you pounding the pillow, or you have a little temper tantrum in your car with the engine off and the windows up, whatever you need to do. On the other side of that is the obvious resolution to whatever. None of this looks very serious at all today, actually. It's just, getting some stuck energy moving ultimately. But then you have what's happening above all of that is all of this solar light activity. And so the ego likes to minimize things, so it's not so much that the ego is giving you big unsolvable problems today necessarily. It's that it's trying to distract you with either those obsessive thoughts or inability to focus your mind. And it's okay if that frustrates you, like I said, and you just move the energy, but then you don't want to stay there. What you want to understand, and once you clear that energy today, is what the ego has been trying to hide is all of this access to the solar light. So this solar light is always about getting the divine design of your life to manifest rather than the stuff that your ego is concocting for you, which is where we tend to live, is where the ego concocts for us. A lot of us don't even consider the divine design. And the divine design has the ability to do nothing more than make you happy. That's what the will of the universe is for each soul, is for happiness, not for trials, not for testing, none of that. That's all ego-based nonsense, the idea that God's testing you or whatever. No, God's will for you is happiness, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less, wants you happy. So when we drop that, when we drop a lot of this ego activity and we move into that solar light where the divine design is manifesting, then things start to change and reorder themselves in conformance to that divine design. And it happens in ways that we often don't understand, don't expect, and don't see. A lot of times we don't see what's going on until it actually manifests in physical form. And so even though it seems like nothing's happening, a lot is happening. So it's a great idea to shut down the obsessive thinking, focus the mind, move the stuck energy today so that we can put our minds where they're supposed to be, and that's on that solar light. Now we've got the solar light in the Suit of Cups and in the Suit of Wands, so it's pretty all-encompassing with an emphasis on your work in the world, being successful in whatever way that's supposed to happen. Not your ideas necessarily of success, but the success that is going to make you very happy, and oftentimes, according to this High Priestess, in ways that you didn't know were possible. A lot of times when the divine design manifests, it's in ways that you didn't even know were a thing. So it's like you couldn't have visualized it. You couldn't have concocted it. You couldn't have conjured it because you didn't even know it was possible. So that's the beauty of this High Priestess card, is it comes out of nowhere in ways that you don't understand. And that's what occult knowledge is it's hidden. And it's hidden from you. And a lot of times the occult knowledge is hidden from us because otherwise we would mess it up. You know how that is. I know I mess stuff up sometimes just by tinkering with it. So we don't want to tinker with this. We want to leave this where it belongs, in the mystery, and allow that divine design to manifest for us. So there's a lot that's being offered here. So 2 things, like I said before, those 2 easy techniques, the off switch and the magic minute. Then there's the solar light meditation, which is another very brief one. Just search Gatoga solar light in the video in YouTube and learn how to do that solar light meditation. And you can do it anywhere. You can just excuse yourself to the restroom, or you can just do it. You can get where you can do it with your eyes open and nobody notices that you're doing it. As you're learning it, it's best if you can be alone and close your eyes, but it only takes 30 seconds to a minute to employ, so it's not a big deal. But there is a long form guided meditation also that you might want to listen to for this High Priestess card, and it's called something. It's called the working with the goddess of mystery. So if you go to the tarot meditations page on my website, you can find the link right in the video description of this video on YouTube. You'll see that all of those tarot cards for each meditation for each tarot card are listed in alphabetical order of the tarot card. And it's not called the High Priestess here. It's alphabetized under P for the Popess, because that's the old version of that. So, but you may want to listen to that. I think it's about a 20-minute-ish meditation, so it's a little bit more of a time commitment. But these other things you can employ just so quickly. So there's so much here that is happening that you don't see, is the bottom line of this reading. So much that's going on that you don't see, that's really like right there, ready to resolve things, ready to manifest as things that make you happy. But you have to get there first. And the way you get there is to shut down the obsessive thinking to the best of your ability, focus your mind to the best of your ability, and move stuck energy to the best of your ability. It doesn't matter if you think you're good at any of these things. Just giving it a fair trial is enough, and then allowing yourself to instead move into that solar light experience where you start to see the manifestations of the divine design come about in ways that are very unusual, very surprising sometimes, and oftentimes you don't even think it's working, and then out of the blue it just happens, it just manifests. So that's what you have to look forward to today. It's a wonderful reading. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. And we'll see everybody for another daily reading tomorrow. Until then, blessed be.